analysis. So our analysis for this one really kind of focuses around the way that the study can be used going forward. So this research is connected to the biological theory. Yeah, we've been talking about the biological theory and the cognitive theory, and this study is very connected to that biological idea that there is a connection between the meat of the brain, between the processes that are happening in the body, and sleep, and particularly what we dream about. So Dement and Kleitman said, look, we can see there's this link between what the eyes are doing and what we are dreaming about. That's a concrete link. And it supports that biological theory. So we could apply this to the real world. If somebody's suffering night terrors or insomnia due to nightmares, they're having really horrific dreams, then maybe we could reduce their REM. We could kind of cut back and somehow find a way to reduce their REM. We know certain drugs reduce REM sleep, etc. That might reduce the frequency of their nightmares. It might ease their sleep. That might be a good thing to do. And equally, if we could control the type of REM that we have, if we could control our eye movements, might that affect the types of dreams that we have? Might that affect the content of our dreams? If we could control our eye movements somehow, I'm not quite sure how we do that, but if you could control it to be looking up and down and left and right, might that affect whether you're looking at things close or far away? Maybe. The other thing is that this research provided an amazing opportunities for dreams to be studied in an objective way. Previously to this, you'd had Freud, you'd had people just being like, tell me about your dreams, as opposed to actually kind of working out this quite scientific method of looking at eye movement, of waking people up and immediately asking them. But it also meant that we could look at content and duration of dreams. We can measure those and study those much more effectively than the deep underlying meaning of a dream, which is pretty hard to do. And what this means is that we can also establish a baseline, which means that we can later look at, well, how is the content and duration of dreams affected by stress? How are the content and duration of dreams affected by exhaustion or affected by temperature and all these other things? So because of this study, we can now apply that method to a whole load of other things. And actually, this study was one of the kind of founders of sleep science. And as you've already seen in one of the videos that we've watched previously about Dement and Kleitman, Dr. Dement went on to be one of the leading figures in sleep science, and his work, he basically invented the field, and this piece of work was one of the first pieces of work that really established that.